Alright, let's check out this hostage rescue with a 6-man team. First, we're going to watch the replay in real time. The team is going to split up once they have made entries. So first we're going to watch the team going left, and once that is done, we're going to watch the team going right. And once you've seen the live action, I'm going to break down what each team did and why they did it. Enjoy the show.
Set. Execute. Hostage, banger right.
Banger coming up. I've got rear. Covering 6.
Mag. Covering. Gun up, banging front.
Right team.
Third man on us.
Moving up.
Hostage covering. I've got him. Hostage secure. Collapsing. This side is clear. Let's move.
So first off, I have the team stacking up to the right, so everyone's out of the way. The breacher sets the charge with the point man providing security. Everyone tucks in, we blow the door, then we put in a 9-bang. 9-bang goes in, we have our first tango. So point man starts engaging. Now if you pay attention over here, we have one tango turning away from us and running away. And I assume he's going to go and hurt the hostages, so that's where I go first. Point man comes in, he does a center check, so step center with eyes on the apex. He doesn't rush into the room. He takes down this tango who is in cover behind this cart, and then he comes in, crosses the threshold, and goes after this tango that we see moving. Since there is an opening over here and shots are being fired, this is really risky. And if this wasn't a hostage rescue, we wouldn't do it like this. But in a hostage rescue, the hostages' lives is more valuable than the operator's life, so we are willing to take bigger risks and prioritize speed over control and safety. The second man comes in as quickly as he can and tries to cover his point man's back, and point man waits until his second man body bumps him, and once he body bumped him, both continue on their way. While the second team comes in and takes care of this problem, the first team continues. Third man coming in supports the first two guys. Now the second man, Ramsey, gives up rear security because there are people taking care of that, and he continues working forward. Narc, the third man in the first team, picks up security on these closet doors. Chuck has his eyes focused on this apex and is working this to clear it. Comes over here until he can completely see it, and then he's going to worry about this dead space behind the curtain. Notice how I place the watch icon. It's behind the apex, so as he moves around, his weapon will not be compressed. That's a control thing in door kickers that's super useful to know and to use. Second man provides security to the point man as well as he can, is right behind him with his eyes already on this apex. Now, since the point man is ready checking this corner, he continues his work, and the second man, Ramsey, picks up rear security again and stays as close as to him as he can. This corner is clear, so now we continue working this open threshold. And Ramsey tries to stay as close to Chuck as he can. Honestly, he should be a little bit closer. There shouldn't be a gap between them, but it is what it is. Point man has eyes on a tango, so he's not going to continue any further until he's taken down the tango. We also have eyes on hostage, so in this situation, precise shots matter. Tango is down. As soon as it's clear, Chuck and Ramsey are going to take up opposite positions on this threshold to check the deep angles as much as they can, because this is too spicy to just run in. We have an opening in this direction that goes into more depth, an adjacent room, and there are shots being fired, so this really calls for a flashbang. Would be too risky to rush in here and start attacking right now. The hostage is reasonably safe here. If someone wants to hurt them, they have to come out through this door and we can stop them. And if someone is down here who wants to hurt the hostage, he would have probably done so already. So third man gives up rear security on that door and comes down to the point man to deploy a 9-banger through this open door. We have one guy coming into view and goes down immediately. 9-bang goes out and Narc picks up rear security as quickly as he can. As soon as the 9-bang goes off, point man goes first because we know there are threats up here. There are shots being fired, and Ramsey comes in as quickly behind him as he can. Again, checking this corner, there's a closed door. Now, as the pointman comes up to this threshold where the 9-bang has gone in, he's not rushing into the room. He's holding at the threshold and taking down any threats that he can see from there before continuing. Honestly, he is already one step too close. His muzzle shouldn't be beyond this threshold. Once the muzzle has broken the threshold, we are committed and we have to go in. So he should be one step back. But what you can see here nicely is that he's working from here until all visible threats are taken down, and Ramsey is coming up behind him and earning his shot because he cannot fire from behind his body and he has no room to observe the online rule where he gives 2 meters or 2 steps of space and gets online to the threats. There is no room to do that, so instead he's going to do muzzle before flesh, so he's going to get really close to his buddy, getting into physical body contact and touching him with his elbow and getting his muzzle before flesh before engaging. These tangos have gone down. Third man has picked up rear security on that door. The first 2 guys come in, but even though this is a hostage rescue, we're not going for points of domination, so we don't have the point man walking all the way up here and the second man walking deep into the room. We're still doing limited penetration because there are too many threats and openings, and that's a surefire way to get killed. So we come in, Pointman checks his near corner and immediately transitions to keep eyes on the other openings. Second man comes in, checks the opposite direction and immediately turns around. Now, since Pointman is down to 5 bullets, he really needs a fresh mag before we continue, even though this is a shitty place to do it. So Ramsey, he calls Ramsey over. Ramsey is going to provide security, and as soon as he is covering him, he changes mags. We only have 2 guys to work this problem, and that's not enough people for that many problems, so we're going to deploy a 9-bang into this room again. Also, since we've lost some momentum here, there's no point picking up and rushing, because right now we can expect tangos to be positioned here with their eyes on these thresholds, so we really need to regain the element of surprise with a distraction device. So 9-bang goes in. Since this is the closer threat, that is where Ramsey the portman is going to go, and the Chuck, his wingman, is going to plate him and continue into this corner, and as soon as he has seen this corner, he's going to step center and make entry, but that's not happening because the mission is going to end in a second. So Ramsey comes around here, sees this tango, takes him down, and that's all clear, mission accomplished. Let's watch it again and see what the second team does. Speed it up a little bit. No, it's the breach. Flashbang goes off. First team goes left. Second team picks up right. So what do we have here? We have these drapes. We have this closed door. We have a murder hole here behind this door that's ajar, and we have dead space here and shots being fired. So that's obviously our number 1 threat area. That's where we need to go. We don't need to worry about this corner because there's a chair. There's no way someone could be standing here. Notice how I placed the waypoints for Rex. His watch point is right here on this corner, and as he comes around the corner, it transitions to the next apex. This way his weapon will stay up and will not be compressed against this pillar, and he keeps as much distance from it as he can. Muzzle stays up. Takes down the first tango. Continues around this corner. It's clear. Now we do not worry about these rapes, because as you can see, the level ends here, so that's out of the game. What we do need to worry about, though, is this dead space behind this curtain. So that's what Rex checks next, and Mango is plating him towards this door. That's clear, that's good. Now, this is not a two-man job, so they call for Disco to come and support them. We're giving up control of these closet doors, where someone might be hiding. I think, honestly, at real level, it would be pretty unlikely. Why would you be hiding in the closet? No one does that. But, you know, they could. Someone could be hiding there. So it is what it is. But I'd rather have security on this door rather than having security on these doors up there. Rex is clearing the drapes and Mango is pulling security. Good thing that with us, we have eyes on a tango. Takes him down, has a pie. We have eyes on a hostage, so Rex is going to position him in a way that he can cover the hostage and keep his muzzle up against this door. Rex comes up and frees the hostage and brings the hostage outside, while Disco maintains the door. Since we've given up security on this earlier, Rex is going to check if this is still clear before the hostage goes past. It is still clear, the hostage is good to go. Meanwhile, Mango pulls out of this tiny shitty room so he can bail out if he needs to. Hostage comes out, so Rex comes back up so we can work this problem. Now here's a little mistake. Notice that Disco is not standing close enough and he brings his muzzle down, and that's really bad. He needs to stand a bit closer so his muzzle actually stays up and he can provide security to Rex, and this almost goes bad, but we're lucky that this tango is so close to the door that that it's smacked in his face and he's stunned for a little second, so that gives us the time to get Disco into a position where we can actually fire at this tango. He checks this corner. We can see that this corner is clear, so we need to worry about this corner next. We come in, he checks it, and as soon as he has seen it, he transitions over to this section. And since we've sealed everything in this room except for this section, this is a good time to run the rabbit. So we get two muzzles into the room as quickly as we can. Good that we do. There's a tango. We move back out, little control issue here. Mango wasn't supposed to get in their way as they move out. The plan was to regroup here and then start working this closet door and then start working this room, but that never happens because the mission ends. So that's how I did it. Hope you enjoyed watching that. Maybe you got something out of it. See you guys later.